This your brother, Indescribable 1981. Another video once again. I was looking at my brother the other day, Osei Kufur. He have two channels, Black Science TV 111. And it was one way he was talking with his twin brother about going towards the light or the darkness, when a person dies or transition, and then also about the forces of nature. And he was mentioning something about, how the Wi-Fi signals and computer signals and electronics, it drowns out divine information that you need to take in by being out in nature when you're in the matrix. And I realized that there's certain scriptures in the Bible that pertain to your body and the blood that flows through your veins. And one thing I realized is that we have that scripture where Christ told his disciples that life is in the blood. You would think that life would be in outside things, yet life is in the blood. Even when it comes to plants and trees, the life is in the roots. When you look at the plants and you see the green juice coming out of them, that's the chlorophyll or the blood of the plants. So if life is in the blood or life is in the chlorophyll, then that means blood, water, saliva, sperm, snot, mucus, these things all hold life, microorganisms, bacteria, all unseen microscopic living things are in all these types of fluids that was mentioned. There's even life in plants that we know, that such thing as marijuana, cannabis, even the plants themselves. You can squeeze the juice of the chlorophyll out of them because the real nutrients is inside the chlorophyll. The real nutrients is inside the juice of the marijuana, the THC, the liquid part. The true life is in the blood that flows through your veins. That's why blood is so important. So many blood banks, their blood doesn't have any life in it. They can't even reproduce blood cells. So they need the help of other beings on the planet in order to receive life from the blood. So, when you look at life and your blood has life in it, and then your body responds naturally when you're outside in nature, then that should tell you something. And I'll be the first to say this. When technology came out in these cell phones and all the social media, it was so addictive, and it still is today. And I know this technology can get so addictive that I thought about my boy Andrew Tate. He said, don't worry about all the content that you see online from others, because a lot of people be posting a lot of bullshit and stuff that they don't regurgitate it. Then he was like, it's best to post your own content, your experiences, things you have to share to help the next person in life. All right. Then I realized you could get lost going on the internet, looking up and searching for so much information and truth, instead of searching for what you should search for, that you'll get lost in the sauce and not be able to rely on yourself. You won't be able to trust the unknown. And you'll always be looking for another piece of information coming from someone else, either online or offline. That's why it's good to shut your mouth sometimes and go sit still and clear your mind of everything and everyone that you know and anybody that you thought of. And just don't answer your phone for the day, because it's too much stuff going on nowadays where people just taking in a lot of bullshit. and they don't know what they're talking about. They just be talking out their ass. I be guilty of it sometimes, because sometimes you just like to run your mouth, you know? One moment. And I realized, sometimes you have to come to grips with some of the same repetitive, repeat information. A lot of information that's being repeated out here, if it's not true, that means you'll be a fool to keep listening to it. Now, if you keep receiving repeat information about something that the Creator told you and guided you to, which is get out in nature, get out into the wilderness, talk to the divine spirit, your creators, you know what I'm saying? And be in tune with nature, because this is what we come from. Sometimes it's important to do that, Sometimes it may be a message. Another thing too, it is true. You think that you have to go back in time, and you think you have to go astro travel and this and that to find out your history and this and that. When we're on a planet right now that holds so many mysteries and so many secrets, no one ever thinks to look into nature or look into the earth. And listening to my brother yesterday, Osaka 4, he mentioned that the earth has so many hidden secrets and so much energy located in the soil that if you really want to know who you are, know your true story, go walk barefoot and stick your feet in the ground. See what you can pull up. So I realized it's true. The earth itself is like a gigantic memory bank with dirt and soil full of vital energy, DNA memory, and also information coming from the spirit world and the sun and all the planetary bodies. So you can say like your blood and the soil or the dirt of the earth that you walk on barefoot, and your blood is almost like a USB flash drive where you can save music and save all type of things. Just imagine. You can get your lifetime memory back in your past lives by going outside, planting your feet in the dirt in nature. So your body, your pores, and all of that could pull in everything from the spirit world that's reserved in vital information, putting your feet in the dirt, getting out in nature, touching plants, hugging trees. I know this sounds difficult to people because it's a battle between nature and this false fake reality out here that we stuck in because we're attached to social media and these vices. But the real thing is nature. Because when all of these vices and this technology falls and fails and nobody got in touch with themselves out in nature, they're going to be running around with their head chopped off like a chicken, lost like a motherfucker. Why? They hadn't planted their feet. They didn't get in tune with who they truly were as far as their DNA. And they didn't go out in nature and plant their feet or hug trees or, touch flowers and stuff like that and touch plants, because a lot of that has to do with memory. So imagine, they say you want to know about God, you go read your Bible. Some of the ancients knew if you wanted to know things, all you had to do was go outside in nature, plant your feet. You want to know what the weather gonna be like? They used to go outside and lick their finger and put it up to the air back in ancient times. A lot of people that live in country, out in the woods, receive all type of healing and information from the spirit world, just being out there in nature. It's almost like saying if the earth don't know you, then how else you gonna know you? So it's amazing. It's like the earth knows who you are. Nature knows who you are. I tell you a funny thing before I end the video. When I found out that you truly, Osaka 4 and the 13th Son, thank y'all. When I found out that you truly sun gaze when you walk outside barefoot, because it's a sun inside the earth. That's why the grass grows from the inside of the earth upward. It don't grow from the top down. It grows from the inside of the earth upward. That should let you know that there's life inside the earth. Pushing out life forms. You have a soul and spirit inside of your body. It pushes out radiation. It pushes out an aura. It pushes out liquid and sweat, spit, sperm. It pushes out your vessel. You're a vessel for, the circulation of life. So I can see why we have so much technology and stuff to distract us. But in the end, those who look like a fool, those who was outside of nature planting their feet, keeping their bodies covered, pulling away from this world here, not being attached to nothing whatsoever, but they was outside in nature, they won't be harmed. According to the book of Revelation, when he sealed the destruction of the earth, those who are on the earth that are wicked, but the trees and stuff won't be harmed. Why? Because the trees on the earth are what hold life and information and keeps the earth in its full communication mode. It's like the trees on the earth are the power line in the network. Mycelium network, what they call it. You know what I'm saying? And when you can put your feet into the ground and, we used to do it when we were children at the beach. Get on the sand close to the beach water, build sand castles, or sometimes we would lay in the sand and let our brother or our sister put the dirt on us until we couldn't move no more. That was like a therapeutic, high vibrational action that we were doing when we were young. Covering each other with the beach sand at the dirt to see if we can get up out of it, to see how thick it was, the wet dirt. That was a healthy ritual right there. We didn't even know that. How many people actually going to the beach, putting their feet in the dirt and, laying down in the dirt, getting their body covered? You got a lot of people out here, they swear they righteous, but it's small things that they're not paying attention to. I look at people sometimes and I be like, damn, how they don't know the ancient ways? They see me cover my head like the Indians cover our head. If you cover your head and your body, judgment come fast on wicked people. These women out here showing their bodies and this and that, a lot of them, it's not them. They mind gone. They don't know the connection between covering your body and America falling. When women start covering their body, watch how the USA fall quicker. It's a connection with women and their purity and the downfall of the USA, because you can't tell people that though. So when you got the chosen few like me, and then I got a sister, we keep our bodies covered. We keep our head covered. We look strange, but at the same time, we in tune with the earth. So if an earthquake come and kill the next door neighbors, we'll be straight because the earth knows us. We planted our feet. We touched plants. We touched trees. We fed animals. We was outside spending time in nature. Everything out in nature got to do with life. That's why they're trying to pollute nature. So you can't plug into nothing or tap into nothing to receive what you need to receive. That's why it's so important now. Any little bit of time you can get with the Most Highs, or to be alone in nature and clear your mind and be away from the world, your phone, your devices and all that, and you really want to draw closer to the Creator, man, cherish that moment and take that time to do so. I find it funny that people come out here in this world and, they have to hustle hard and work hard to feed their families and stuff. And I see a lot of men and women, and man, they put in hard work and stuff, to take care of their family and loved ones. And when I see the dedication they put behind it, it's like, man, I got friends right now. I be like, boy, you be everywhere. They be like, yeah, I know. Man, you be everywhere. They be like, yeah, I know. Some people have to be all over the place. Yet at the same time, I know all this temporary. Because while people are all over the place to take care of their family and loved ones, you got people all over the place to do destruction and destroy all of the good shit in people's lives. Then you got people out here all over the place who trying to bring the kingdom on earth by living righteous. And it's like everybody out here doing something, busy doing something. And sometimes we step on each other's toes, or sometimes we may be in others' way and we don't realize it, or they may be in our way. And this is why it's so powerful and so interesting to work on yourself. Anything in life that bothers you, and it's deep down in your heart, something that bothers you, trust the unknown and know that it'll be worked out and taken care of. I find it strange that when you watch your thoughts and then you sit back and observe things in life and you don't get involved, a lot of things work themselves out. So it's like you're worrying for nothing. And I'm at that point now where it's so many losses and lessons that I'm learning each day that pass that, I'll be ready for the next. Because I know I'm getting closer and closer to being better and better. So I get back at y'all with another video whenever I get ready, or whenever the Holy Spirit guides me to, and we'll go from there. But a lot of shit I'm not impressed with in this world no more. A lot of shit I am not impressed by. And it's amazing how I can walk through crowds of people, go to some of the stores and the supermarkets. I see a lot of people with their heads not covered. I see a lot of women running around half naked. The world look like a zoo out here. And I sit back and laugh at it because I know this shit all finna come to an end soon. That's why they getting people prepared. They ain't trying to scare people, but they letting them know, hey, man, I don't know what y'all know, but yeah, we finna stop this soon. We finna stop that. People panicking. They don't know what to do. They scared because they was always dependent. You look at the Native American Indians, they ain't panicking. They been in tune with nature. They ready for this shit. They on their little reserves and teepee huts chilling. You don't think the Indians was ready for this shit? The destruction of America and fake-ass USA Corp? Come on, man. I'm pretty sure some of them Indians was ready for this shit. Because they don't want to be living on their reserve land. They want to be able to roam the whole earth. They got to stay on their Indian reserves, the Native Americans in certain states in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Down here, you got the Hard Rock Casino, Seminole Indians, They got to stay on their reserve. Still billionaires, still in tune with nature, with the land. They still have the secrets and the home remedies, and we got to go to their casinos. They got more money than a little bit, you feel me? But they in tune with nature. The Native Americans ready for the USA Corporation to be destroyed. They know the ancient prophecies. The two suns, the blue star Kachina, red star Kachina, the earth getting so hot. The fake indigenous bloodlines that's not really the bloodline, they getting burnt up out of here. They getting canceled out based on the sun and the frequencies coming through, because the cosmos upgrading. And if you're not in tune or you don't have a loving heart and you're a wicked entity, the cosmos will have a way to get rid of you. And if the cosmos can't get rid of you, the cosmos will raise the vibration so high, you can't take it. You end up taking yourself out. You feel me? So once again, I leave y'all this message of comfort. Y'all be easy. And remember, start getting outside more and more. I don't give a damn about the weather, the temperature. Start getting outside more and more. Take deep breaths. Put your hands on a tree. You know what I mean? Grab a pile of dirt. Grab a pile of dirt. Hold it in your hand. Because the dirt from the ground, pulling in information from the sun and the earth and the spirit world, a lot of that reserved inside the dirt particles. The same way you take dirt from the earth and put it in a flower pot and it starts to grow, what you think happens when you pick up dirt and hold it in your hand or walk barefoot on the dirt? Your energy gets back right. Your energy field of your body and your organs connect to different parts of the bottom of your feet if you look up certain diagrams. So when you walking out in nature, you sun gazing. When you walking out in nature barefoot and holding dirt and touching trees, you becoming one with earth. You're actually making love with earth. And when you make love with somebody and you make love to earth by touching, caressing, getting out in nature, you becoming in tune with the life force of earth, and also the life force of spirit that from which this earth was derived from. You feel me? So it's almost like a love affair with nature, getting involved with nature, getting all into her, and then you taking on a soul tie with you and nature and the soil and cosmic vibrations coming through these planetary bodies and all the elements we know of. And before you know it, you'll see why the dirty soil out in nature that we look at as the dirt, the topsoil, which they call the living skin, because even though it looks dead, it has life in it. You start to realize dirt is not so dirty. It's actually divine stardust that collects sunlight energy. It collects dark matter energy. You ever dig down in the dark part of the dirt and you can see like the purple rainbow looking crystals and stuff in the dirt, some of the particles of dirt? You pulling in everything from these little particles that hold information inside the dirt. So imagine, you pick up dirt in your hand and a grain of sand holds more information than some of the gigabytes in our computers and laptops and cell phones. You could have 1,000 years of history holding a piece of dirt in your hand with information and life in it. And when you sweat and your feet sweat and you're out in nature where it's moist, the pores of your hands and the pores of your feet pulling in life information, healing, as well as an abundance of creative spark ideas, because you're outside in nature connecting all of electrolytes, walking barefoot in the soil and holding the soil in your hands. I can go on and on. As you can see, this video done went into 22 minutes or more, but I can go on and on about a lot of the gifts in life and a lot of the powers, situations we in that, we think we know everything. But at the same time, the ones who think they know everything and, trying to run ahead of others, y'all notice they're crashing and burning now. So we get the last laugh all the time. It's funny when you let people do what they do and let them have their shine. Let them do what they do. Let them get their laugh through and let them go all the way out. Don't stop them. But when it flip-flop and the situation turns around, don't feel sorry for them neither. Huh? Keep that same energy and have fun to do what you've been doing when the shit hit the fan. Don't cry like a bitch now. That go for men, women, and children. Don't act like a little bitch now. You was talking some hot shit the other day. Now stand up and man yourself up to that. Because I could tell you one thing. The video I made last night. When I felt that sun yesterday hit me and I say, ooh, it's going to be so hot. People going to die going out the door going to work. It's going to be so hot, man. It's finna get hot. You hear me? A lot of people finna lose their life, man. Then I was like, but damn, the sun feels so good because yesterday when I got out in the sun and I felt the heat on back of my neck, my ears started ringing. So now the sun bringing in new sounds and stuff that people ain't going to be able to take. So I'm going to be out in nature as much as I can, because if my body could turn into a high vibrational vessel and I walk down the street and demons and shit move the fuck out my way, animals and babies get attracted to me, I'm on the right path. Everybody destroying life. Who else is for life? The animals ain't did nothing. The dumbass humans on Earth. So when it get hot, I don't want to hear no crying, global warming. You're supposed to burn up anyway. I mean, that's what the prophecies say. Huh? So it's time to barbecue, baby. Don't cry now. You either barbecue or mildew. You gon' barbecue. I can't stand that motherfucker. I know you can't, and the sun can't stand you neither. But the sun don't hurt nobody. The sun just come out and shine. Whoever can't take it and whoever can't get their blood right, or they can't take the indigenous elemental, forces and stuff that we got on here on Earth, I guess that means you're not part of the bloodline and you're not part of the immortals that's supposed to take over the Earth. New heavens and new earth mean new people on that bitch too. Remember, the majority gonna die in this world. It's only a few you need to go to the next world. You don't need every damn body. Like, everybody on Earth can't fit in the White House because it ain't big enough to hold everybody on the whole Earth. That's how I look at life now. It's a lot of people can't handle a lot of spiritual things. A lot of people are not ready for it. A lot of people are actually here to be examples to get destroyed by God, to show us how not to get destroyed. So a lot of people actually playing the roles that they're supposed to play. That's why it's not good to rush ahead of things. Because everybody rushing ahead and crashing is a lesson to be learned by others who thinking about rushing and crashing. If I see somebody get fucked up 1,000 times and they rushing, you think I'm finna do the same thing? I'm gonna laugh at their ass and take the lesson and then take my time. Then people be like, man, I don't never see you get in trouble. I don't never see you go through things. You know why? I took my time and followed the instructions and understood what God was teaching me, showing me, and telling me in every life-giving situation and circumstances I had. You know what I mean? So when people go to talking that shit, like they got all the answers, or people go to wondering how come things going good in my life and they disturbed as to they've been doing a whole bunch of shit and accomplishing so much, why it ain't happening for them? Hey, the answer be right up under your nose the whole time. Because you just blocking yourself. You ever had somebody ask you for help? And when you go to give them the answer to the question that they asked as far as for help, they go to cutting you off. They go to saying, yeah, I know that already, but I just... That made me not even want to give them no help. You know why? They asked me, and then they cutting me off and they answering before I can answer. You blocking yourself. Shut the fuck up and listen. A lot of people don't realize they're not making it out here in this world because a lot of them haven't been getting outside in nature. A lot of them haven't been getting out in nature. They all on the matrix. They all on the technology, the phone and stuff like that. So you ain't got time to get outside and focus on your soul. You focusing on fake shit, online electronics and social media. True enough, social media helped a lot of people, but it also harmed a lot of people. You know, your phone not going to go outside for you and collect life-giving information. Your phone ain't going to go outside for you and, you know, eat herbs and stuff that's going to heal you. Your phone don't replace doing spiritual things like you should be doing. Your phone is a device to be used just like you pick up a rock off the ground and bust somebody in the head like David did Goliath. It serves its purpose for what it serves its purpose for. Dumb bitch. Feel me? So while it's serving its purpose for what it's serving its purpose for, once it's done, that's it. These cell phones and social media serve their purpose, and the purpose that they serve, they now about to be out the window. Because it only got us but so far. Just like a person can read the Bible all they want. You can read the whole Bible front to back and know everything in it. But if you put the book down and you ain't make no changes in your life, it didn't serve the purpose it was supposed to serve. You aren't supposed to learn things from the Bible and then put it down and don't use it. Doctors go to school to learn shit. They get lazy. They put the books down. They don't want to learn no more. Then you got Native Americans or people coming from other countries who know the body and the anatomy so good, they be some of the best doctors because they know the body, they know the anatomy. Especially a lot of the Asians and Koreans. I got to give it up. Now, I must say this. I don't believe in pharmaceuticals and I don't believe in going to the hospital because, yeah, it's a lot of wicked people out here and doctors and stuff. They on the agenda of just taking life and not making you healthy. They want to make the money. But it's also another thing, too, out here when I've been to the hospital before and you have like doctors who try to draw blood and they can't find the vein or they don't know how to stick a person. They can't locate the veins. And I've actually seen like an Asian doctor or a Vietnamese or a Korean doctor touch the person's hand, find the vein right away and effectively get what they have to get done. And then they're out of the hospital. Now, when I saw that, I was like, wow, you got people that actually are doctors that know the body and are actually effective doctors. And then you got other doctors, they don't know what the fuck they doing because they ain't paying no attention. And they just trying to do the job instead of put their heart into it and feel their way through how to do the job or whatever. So a lot of people out here on bullshit. They not trying to learn the real true way of doing things. They just learning to put it in a memory bank to live how the hell they want to live. But when you taught something by God the Creator, you're being taught something to keep you going for eternity. So when they say, you talk to God with your whole heart, you speak to people from your soul and from your heart, you do things in life from your heart, pray from your heart. They're basically telling you to be one with everything you do in life. Because when you one with everything you do, then your soul able to effectively take care of things. And you'll be able to see your life play out in ways that you never could believe. There's things I see in my life working out for me now that I used to worry heavy about. And some things still do worry me. Yet when I look at the worry, I realize this worry is just an illusion. Because everything that comes from spirit automatically works itself out anyway. We just have to be made aware when we ask for divine truth to be unveiled, hiding up on our nose the whole entire time. People running all over the place, looking for this, looking for that. Running from themselves in the mirror. And then when they really sit down and put two and two together, usually it's too late when they're on their deathbed. Now they can remember things. Now they can take in the wisdom of what people were telling them. It's usually when it's too late and they on their deathbed. But it's amazing because some people are actually forgiven on their deathbed. Because it probably was meant for them to learn their life lessons until they hit that deathbed. So when they talk about the deathbed confessions and stuff, yeah, that's real. Now their life disturbed, they have to come, everything they've been through that they didn't listen to, that shit start coming back and they start speaking wisdom and all type of stuff. It happens on a lot of people's deathbed. Because now they got the picture, but at the last moment when they about to leave the vessel. And some souls have been saved that way. They acknowledged, they admitted, they forgave themselves, they let go of this world, they thanked God for the lessons, and then they took their last breath, and a lot of them was able to cross over because that's probably what their life was all about. Them being responsible and acknowledging the Creator, even to the point where it got to their deathbed and they finally acknowledged. So every day when you have a chance to grow your spirit or your soul and you want to focus on yourself, continue doing that. Because ain't nobody going to help you grow but yourself. Nobody going to make the choice for you to grow for yourself but you. That's why when you start growing for yourself and experiencing things for yourself and you're not hanging on nobody else's coattail, all your friends, families, and people that know you, they start to look at you strange and like you're a sellout. Because on top of knowing yourself and getting bettering yourself, you also filtering through thoughts and moments of wisdom where you realize certain people in your life don't serve you. Certain people in your life are not on the same path as you. Certain people in your life, they're going to get offended, but they need to come to an understanding that, hey, you was just in their life for a season. When God send messengers to people or help people or angels, that just be for that particular reason and season that God sends that angel or that person. Some people don't take advantage of these things. And then they say, oh man, I missed out. But you didn't have to miss out. It was in your face, constantly being, put in your face repeatedly. God and your angels was giving you messages and showing you, take heed, pay attention. Look, you're not looking at this. And they overlooking it because their mind and everything is distracted on everything else. Sometimes it takes one small adjustment to your attitude for things to work out in your life. Sometimes it takes one small piece of advice for somebody to give you, and you run with it, and you succeed. That advice that they gave you was divine, and it came from a loving Father created in the heavens. Because some of us don't know how compassionate and loving God is, to the point where the Creator, God, could have destroyed a lot of us and killed a lot of us a long time ago. God could have destroyed the world and a lot of people a long time ago. We always hear about the destruction of the world and the wicked losing their life because they're disobedient to God. How many people out here today disobedient? They don't even follow their own mind. They don't even follow their own heart. You know, they getting taken and influenced by each and every type of entity and bad spirit out here on this earth, in this society, and they running into brick walls and they crashing out. And you can tell a lot of them are suffering because the way that they move, the way that they talk, the way that they look, even the way people drive, let me know they losers. I can tell by the way a person drive, they're a loser. They asking for attention. I can tell this. They think they getting over and they the shit and they all that, but all along I be like, that dumbass don't know. I could tell he ain't happy in life. I could tell he can't even sit still when he home. I could tell he the one, he smoke a blunt and you supposed to sit still when you smoke a blunt of marijuana. You supposed to sit still and relax. This nigga can't even sit still and relax. He's smoking the marijuana and all over the damn place. Even the animals know how to sit down around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon and relax. I see ducks and squirrels, all that do that around noontime. They just be still and relax, taking in all the energies of the earth and the sunlight during the noontime. I see this. Turtles out there relaxing. They ain't doing no dumb shit. They in nature, being one with nature. Here we all over the place in other people's life, gossiping, doing this and that. All on social media. Nature sitting out here being nature. So when the earth and the sun and all of this stuff start to get hot and heat up, a lot of these animals in nature, these are spirits and souls and stuff that probably came back and they out here, they gonna transform over into other dimensions. A lot of these animals out here could be some of your relatives just coming back to visit you from other dimensions. They just unseen. You're not in tune, so you can't pick up on certain things. This is probably the longest video I make this year because I never went this far up until like 40-something minutes. Damn near close to 40 minutes. But, you know, I'm running my mouth because I realize God has so much compassion for his children that the Most High will allow us to run all over the place. Run all around the world. Read all the information. Study all of the books. Go to all these colleges. We allowed to do this. Yet, the divine will going to still be done. Because if we had to go through all of these situations in life to bring us to be a better person the way we are now, and this is what God allowed, then it was for our greater good anyway. This is why it's important to never give up when you have problems or people discourage you, or you get that moment where you say, you know what, man, fuck trying to do this project, or man, I don't care about this shit no more, or, man, I don't this and that. And sometimes it may be a moment where it's just a spirit of discouragement that done came across. Then when it blows over, and then you look back to the situation, you be like, man, I'm glad I didn't give up on that when I got upset. Man, I'm kind of glad I didn't take that action when I say I'm gonna erase this book, or I'm gonna erase this information, or throw this book away that I need to get out and write so I can help other souls get back to the Creator. Or man, I forgive myself for being about to letting this opportunity go at a moment I was about to snap because I was being impatient and anger taking over instead of logic and Holy Spirit and intuition taking over because I'm blocking myself. There's so much in life we block ourselves from, man. And we'll blame others. It's like some people like to live in delusions and fantasies so it can be a comfort zone for them to not have to nut up or go crazy because they can't take the reality of a lot of true things in life that they was lied about. Some people don't know how to go back on their word when they fucked up and had everybody believing that they was a man or a woman of their word. A lot of people are in life out here now destroying things and so destructive because they fucked up their inheritance at one time when they were blessed by God. And they know they did. So they can't blame nobody. And when they're in situations like that, they get frustrated and angry. You thinking that they're mad at you, but a person with deep insight realize, man, this person mad at themselves for the choices they made in their own life. Damn, I ain't know you could be so hard on yourself when God is easy on us and show us mercy. A person can't be merciful or compassionate to themselves. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry they taking it hard on themselves. You start to realize life is about you, focusing on you. Every life form has its own function. This is why you don't see a lot of birds outside worrying about cats. You don't see a lot of elephants outside worrying about the giraffes. Every animal of its own kind have their own particular natures and their own particular worries or instincts that they got to deal with. Now, when animals have to come together, like the little birds that be on the backs of the elephants and the rhinos that's picking the bugs off, that's for mutual situations where these animals got two different natures, but they're actually helping each other at the same time. The little birds that sit on the ears of the cows and pick the ticks out of them. While the cows grazing, the birds is also grazing. So everything's serving its purpose. This is why it's when you teach your children and train them, they're going to record these things and grow with these things, and their DNA is going to get even more powerful and stronger to the point where when you die and leave off this earth and you come and peek back on this earth into different realms and stuff, you'll see your children, which is extensions of you, still doing good. Like they got the divine in their life all the way through when you gone out the physical because you taught them right. It's stuck with them. It's in their blood and divine nature. That makes a parent proud. When they leave this earth realm, come back and take a look and their children still doing righteous things because it's in their spiritual DNA. Even when they had blood DNA on earth and physical bodies, it was in their biological DNA. That's a powerful thing to see and look back and see your children knowing you raised them right and you actually see them flourishing because you raised them right. Brought them out to their divine nature and taught them right. Gave them wisdom they can use when you leave. That makes a parent proud. It's something small in other people's eyes, but it's something big in my eyes. Because you know you was taught right and you was guided right. And then the children gonna look at and be like, I'm so thankful my parents taught me right and guided me right. Because if I would have followed the influence of other children in the world or other people who didn't have parents, I'd be lost and I wouldn't even know my own true soul's divinity from inside myself and my self-worth if it wasn't for my father awakening that in me. So all you could do is be thankful that you had a rabbi, a master teacher, a auntie or a grandma that told you things and now they're not here no more. And you held on to that wisdom and now you see everything in life going so good. And you cherish that wisdom that was passed on from your grandma, your auntie, your grandfather, that's taken you far to this day and still got you going through eternity. Learning valuable lessons, becoming a better and better spirit for the Most High's service, for the greater cosmic good. You be thankful and appreciate what your dead relatives that passed on, that became your ancestors and spiritual predecessors, left behind for you to take heed. And one thing that they left behind that a lot of us don't take heed is a lot of these quotes of wisdom that we read online, and the fact that a lot of wisdom was hidden in nature, in the trees, in the soil, in the dirt, in the fruits and the vegetables that got seeds in them. A lot of important spiritual information was hidden in these natural elements, in these rocks, in these stones, in certain areas on the earth that you step barefoot on, certain portals. These are places where information was left. This is why they're trying to block everything and people from getting back to nature, because they don't want us to pull in this information outside of them blocking it, burning it, tearing down the libraries, destroying old information, burning books in the Vatican where we can't get to it because they don't want us to get life. Blocking off the way of heaven, of life-giving information that we could use to help us become immortal and live forever. Now that we know nature and all life forms is in the earth and in the blood, they're giving us technology, sitting right side our bedside, cell phones and everything, so we can be distracted even from our own bodies, our own heartbeat, our own blood, our own frequencies that we can take in even deep breathing, even our own mental capacity, being able to grow spiritually and mentally, when we could throw away the garbage of our cell phones and stuff, taking in the bullshit every day from these things, causing us to self-destruct when we don't have them no more. When we let go of this shit right now, and all we have is life, spirit, and nature, we have more than anybody who ever have, whether they got technology, money, or anything. So I'm grateful for these situations, and I'm grateful to the Most High for teaching me and guiding me and showing me these lessons. It can only get better and better from here on out, especially if you choose to trust in the unknown. There's so much we think we know that we don't know, and when you can trust the unknowable, you're on the right path. The path don't have to lead to nowhere. The path could be a constant journey inside yourself, where every day you wake and every situation you go through, you can't call it, but it still work itself out. The divine truly is mysterious. You don't know every damn thing, but every damn thing you need to know, you still won't know everything when you do know it. So the glory of the Most High is in things that's concealed. Because when you think you uncovered something, you got even more to uncover. It'll be a lifetime journey of living immortal lives, never dying, constantly learning forever and ever and ever, because we infinite intelligent beings. We don't die. We just transform and continue to build worlds and transform these worlds and create even more worlds. And there's no such thing as running out of space or running out of time. We create space and we create time from a dimension where there's no time and no space, like the absolute. I can go on and on about spiritual things that a person would never understand and never take the time to be still and sit outside of nature, like the Native Americans used to smoke them a blunt, smoke their peace pipe, sit out by the fire, take in the spirit of the air, absorb the spirit of the earth, like a lot of the Native Americans did. And you wonder why they're still ahead. They still have their reserves. A lot of these Native American tribes still on earth, surviving and living good. Nobody can touch them. They're in a realm of invisibility where they still here. And you might get a piece of them when you see them at the casinos or the certain reserve sites where the Native Americans are in different states and stuff like that. The Wichita, the Yamasee, and uh, the Tallahassee. You know what I mean? Like the Cherokee, the Seminoles. All these are Indian tribes. You know, the Blackfoot and all of that. All of these are Indian tribes that are still here. These indigenous spirits are still here. These righteous souls. They're even waiting while nature's transforming because they know the truth. They know technology ain't going to be able to save shit. We are the true technology. And our bodies can go outside and we stick our feet in the dirt and pull in healing and information from the spirit world and from nature the same way we go into a library and we put a USB inside a computer to pull in information off the computer to store it in a flash drive so we can go on about our day. Same thing with us. You need to know you the most important technology there is. Tesla ain't got shit on you. If Tesla had something on you, none of their cars would be crashing when you put it on the automatic drive mode. None of those cars would malfunction and go off the damn cliffs and give you the wrong direction because they malfunction, only as far as the dumbasses that programmed them. But when we, as children of the Elohim and the creators, come and program life into other spirits, animals, or other beings, you notice they function good. They get better. They know how to sing the blues. They know how to perform jazz. They know how to dance because we infused them with that influence and that soul. So Tesla ain't got shit on the Elohim and the children of the chosen that are here on earth. We, children of Supreme Being, because when we do things, we the originators that people copy. And a lot of them, they can't keep it going because they not the originators. They have to get some type of blood or information to keep it going. And when they run out, they got to run back to the source. When Tesla and all these cars fuck up, they got to do recall and go back to the source because they fucking up. They fucked up. The source that created them had a malfunction in its own damn mind and frame. And then when they try to program these cars to function on their own, they can't do shit. They got to do a recall. But when it comes to children like us, ain't no recall. It's a recall on the soulless who know that they're not natural to this planet. It's a recall on their asses to go back to the lake of fire, burn their asses up. Just like it was a recall, total recall, Terminator. They recalled the chip back. He had to go inside the tar pit, the lake of fire at the end of Terminator. Had to recall that microchip at the end of Terminator and burn up the chip that was inside the Terminator's so-called robotic brain. It had to do a recall because it was not natural. It was a soulless entity. And a lot of people are getting their recalls back. A lot of these fake souls out here getting a recall back. They recall going back to the lake of fire, back into nature where the elements, brought them here from. And their spirit going back to the void, getting recycled wherever the hell they came from. Because a lot of people in this matrix is an illusion and a temporary. So I love y'all. Y'all be easy. And I hope y'all can take information from this video, because it's about the longest video I ever did. That was almost an hour going in, man. This is the longest video I ever did, going almost an hour. 10 minutes away from an hour. Y'all take whatever y'all can from this video and do the best y'all can, because I have so much I be wanting to say that has to do with growing spiritually, mentally, and physically, and getting your soul right. Because I cleared my mind and I went back to 0 point and I learned from others and took these things in, and I'm starting to put these things into action for the past 10 years now. And I can honestly say, man, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the God and the essence that is within me. I'm proud of the breath of life and the image and the personality that the Creator blew into me to be just like the Creator. Because we can only do but so much. And when we take that first step, the universal Creator, God, Goddess, the Most High, Mother, Father, Yah, Elohim, they take the next step and help us continue to move like the children of the Creator that we are. I love y'all. Y'all be easy. Y'all continue to change for the better. And remember, if you're going to do it for somebody, at least do it for the love of life, the love of wisdom, and the love of self-preservation. Because if a person is a true God or a true goddess, they will not allow things that are destructive in life to overtake them and become a master over them. But you will be a master over every element in life. Master of emotions. Master of discipline. Master over mood swings. Master over mental mindsets and stuff that others are being enslaved to. You'll be the master of your own entire soul. Because when we are children of the Most Highs, we're children of a divine Creator who is not a creator that produces weakest links. We are children of universal spiritual creators that produce masters and masters only, who can master ourselves, who can master many dimensions, who can master keeping the solar systems in order with other masters. But all of us as masters are still big soul-like planetary bodies, star babies, who are still children in the bosom and in the presence of a cosmic mother, our great mother. Mama is truly the real master, but she can bring into existence little baby gods and goddesses who can also be masters of themselves. The power of being responsible as a god or a goddess and coming from a source that supplies this true nature, this divine nature. It's indescribable. Some things can't be explained or described. And when it comes to God and the amazing thing God does for people, when they live a life of love and righteousness the way it's supposed to be, some things from the spirit world just can't be described. This is why I say some of the best things in life are the indescribable things that we just can't describe. When they happen to us and we just become speechless because it can't be spoken of or described. It can only be felt, experienced, and let go of. Indescribable, 1981. Once again, sounding out. I love y'all. I value y'all. Be easy.